I had been saving for that trip for over a year, juggling my regular job and extra weekend shifts just to make it happen. It wasn't just any trip, it was supposed to be a once-in-a-lifetime family vacation to Dubai, something I wanted to gift to my parents, my brother, and myself after years of never traveling together. Every dirham of that $30,000 came from my account. I booked the flights, the luxury hotel suites, the desert safari tours, even the fine dining reservations. My dad had acted excited through the planning process, nodding along when I sent the itinerary and even helping me pick out excursions. I felt proud, thinking maybe for once my hard work would make my family see me as more than just the one who bails everyone out financially. But 2 weeks before departure, I came home to find my dad sitting at the dining table with a strangely serious expression, my brother looking smug next to him. They told me they'd made a change to the trip, and when I asked what that meant, my dad calmly explained that I wouldn't be going anymore. My spot, he said, was being given to my brother's fiancée because she's practically family now, and it would mean so much for them to have this experience together. I stared at them, waiting for someone to laugh and say it was a joke, but my dad just shrugged like it was a done deal. My brother avoided eye contact, muttering something about how I'd understand one day. They didn't even offer to refund me a single cent. My dad's reasoning was that I was still young and would have plenty of chances to travel, while this was a special moment for my brother and his future wife. I could feel my blood boiling, but I swallowed my rage, told them I hoped they enjoyed themselves, and walked out. On the surface, I looked like I'd accepted it, but inside I was already deciding that they wouldn't just get away with this. I kept my head down for the next few days, acting like I'd moved on, but every time I saw my brother's fiancée post about her upcoming dream trip on social media, the urge to destroy their perfect little plan grew stronger. I knew her well enough to understand she had a habit of treating people like stepping stones, and I'd heard whispers from mutual acquaintances about her less than loyal behavior, though my brother seemed oblivious. I started asking quiet questions, reaching out to people I knew in her circle, and it didn't take long before I had more than enough proof that she had been cheating on my brother with a guy from her gym for months. She wasn't even discreet about it, meeting him in public and texting him in the middle of family dinners. I also found out that the guy had no idea she was engaged. She'd been telling him my brother was just a close friend who helped her financially. The hypocrisy was disgusting, and suddenly I realized I could use all of this to not only get my revenge but make sure my family saw exactly who they had chosen over me. I backed up every screenshot, saved every photo, and even got a short video clip someone sent me of the two of them leaving a hotel together. The more evidence I collected, the more precise my plan became. I wasn't just going to ruin her relationship, I was going to ruin her trip, her image, and her future in one clean sweep. I knew timing would be everything, and I also knew that striking while they were in Dubai, thousands of miles from home, would make the fallout even more brutal. All I had to do now was keep smiling and wait for the perfect moment to detonate the truth. When the departure day finally came, I wished them a safe flight with the fakest smile I'd ever worn, then went home and opened my laptop to set the real plan in motion. The first thing I did was contact the hotel in Dubai, using my booking confirmation number to make a few last-minute adjustments under the guise of being the trip organizer. I had them switch the room assignments so that my brother and his fiancée would be downgraded to a smaller, less luxurious room with no view, while my parents unknowingly kept their suite. Then, I quietly removed my own payment card from the file and replaced it with my brother's, making sure every extra cost from room service to late checkout would hit his account. Next, I scheduled an anonymous email to be sent to my brother mid-trip containing all the evidence I'd gathered, screenshots, photos, videos, everything, so that it would land just after they'd settled in and posted their first round of perfect couple vacation photos. I didn't stop there. I also sent a carefully compiled file of her cheating evidence to her workplace's HR department, along with a note pointing out how often she'd been taking sick days that coincided with her hotel visits. By the time their second night in Dubai rolled around, the storm began to break. My brother's social media went silent, my dad started frantically texting me asking if I knew what was going on, and a mutual friend messaged to say my brother's fiancée had been seen crying in the hotel lobby while trying to book an early flight home. I could practically taste the satisfaction knowing they were thousands of miles away, trapped in the chaos I'd orchestrated, and powerless to fix it without facing the truth. By the time they returned home, the damage was beyond repair. My brother looked hollow, avoiding everyone's eyes, and his fiancée was nowhere to be seen. It didn't take long for word to spread. Her engagement was over, she'd been let go from her job for violating company policy, and the guy she'd been seeing on the side had blocked her the moment he found out the truth. My parents tried to act like none of it was my doing, but I could see the suspicion in my dad's eyes every time he looked at me. Eventually, my mom called and said they owed me an apology, though the words sounded forced, like they still believed I should have been the bigger person. I didn't bother correcting them, I simply told them I'd moved on and had other plans for my time and money. With the refund I secured for my unused flight and my share of the hotel, I booked myself a solo trip to Greece, 5-star accommodations, private tours, and not a single ungrateful family member in sight. I posted every photo, every breathtaking view, and every decadent meal, making sure they could see exactly what they'd thrown away. When I got back, I landed a major promotion at work after closing a big deal, cementing that I didn't need anyone's approval or permission to live well. My brother's social media remained empty for months, my dad stopped bringing up family decisions, and for once, no one in the family dared to ask me for money. They had tried to erase me from a trip I'd paid for, and in the process, I'd erased the illusion that they could take advantage of me without consequence. I didn't just get my revenge, I made sure it was unforgettable.